I'm back one more again, one more again to give you some more information to let you know what's really going down. Okay, as the title say, you didn't know it. Mama and Papa are both blind. Papa is legally blind. Mama is blind. You didn't know this, but everything I do, the volunteering, everything I do, diagnosed with 18 diseases because of malpractice. And also it's because of what doctors say they did with Agent Orange to my dad in Vietnam. The combination of the two is why I got 18 diseases. Doctors said I did nothing to gain them. But one of the diseases is glaucoma and diabetic retinopathy. In this eye, I'm blind. I'm blind in my right eye. I've had 17 needles between both eyes. I had cataracts removed from my right eye, but I still need more surgery. And I couldn't get it because of what Officer D. Holland did when one minute they say they detained me for diabetes, the next minute they say I have mental health issues because I was crying when I was on the floor with my legs swollen and bloody and I couldn't walk and I'm having allergic reactions. Yeah, and they misquoted what I said. I told Officer of the rescue squad, R. Leach or Lynch or whatever that was with Las Vegas for 10 years that came to Batetown and she had to calm things down. The police couldn't. Yeah, And I didn't get a rape kit and how I was talked to like I was on the back of the ambulance by somebody from fire and rescue implying a sexual relationship between me and the doctor in the ER when I'm laying there naked and bloody and how I passed out next, I'm locked up in a room and I never got no paperwork. Somebody called and said they from the U.S. Attorney's Office. Then the nurses said, no, this is a state thing. Never have I once was done right. Yes, I'm blind in this eye and in this eye I have cataracts. Yes, I have cataracts in my left eye and I'm blind in my right eye. And I was due diabetic retinopathy surgery that my doctor was scheduling to do here in Houston from Lynchburg. I couldn't get it. And not once did I really get, I got one dose in 2 weeks of hospitalization. I got one dose of glaucoma medicine. They denied me the latanoprost at Bel Air at behavioral health of Bel Air. They denied me at Houston Methodist the stuff for my eyes for glaucoma. So this morning I woke up and my vision was really, really funny. Whatever little vision I got, it's amazing. And I'm scheduled to go to the new ophthalmologist on the 29th. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how my doctor's office recommended by my insurance is not following through, taking care of me, and how I can't get social workers to call me. For months and months I've been here, and I met the prime nurse practitioner twice, and she said everything you say about yourself, she could prove through labs. But she said they're gonna get you, they're gonna mark you as trouble or as psychological mental because you're a prodigy and you know your body. Nurses keep saying they wish patients were like me that know my own body. It's amazing how Houston Methodist and the hospital behavioral health of Bel Air would never let me sign anything to get my documents from my primary care or from Virginia Lister. 5,000 things I'm allergic to, how many medicines I was given. I said, I can't take that. And how they did not transfer files when they had constables transfer me from hospital to hospital. They didn't know nothing about my medical. They knew nothing. The nurse didn't know what fibromyalgia was. The nurse practitioner in Ngozi didn't know what lymphedema was on my legs. It's amazing. These people are trash. And they are not following through in the name of what? File that claim using doctors' names that are not even there. And it's amazing how unqualified their staff is. Their patient advocate, whatever her name, Nicole, or whatever, Natalie, whatever her name is, it's disgusting. It's filthy. And not once was I treated consistently for nothing. Every day, I didn't get treatment for diabetes or whatever. I didn't get treatment for nothing every day. They just want to shove a pill without even a diagnosis, without even analyzing. It's amazing what the med techs do in the name of getting $1. Y'all are disgusting and y'all are entrapping and enslaving people. But back to me being blind. Okay, I've been blind before, ever since 1994. I've been in and out of blindness. I've been blind 5 times in my life. And right now I've been blind for over 5 years. Yeah, I've been blind since 2017. Yeah, I'm still able to have a driver's license because my left eye is good enough to drive and my right eye can see some color. Yes, but I got to go through another field testing here in Houston because Texas won't me to pass the eye exam at the DMV, even though I'm surrendering my Virginia license to exchange for a Texas license. Now I got to go get an eye exam from a doctor to prove I can see. So what am I doing with a Virginia license when I already proved to Virginia? What's up with that, Texas? So here I am. I can't get certain work. Yes, I'm gonna have to work because Social Security ain't enough for me and my husband. I'm gonna have to work with 18 diseases. I've done it before. I've worked before, took care of me and my husband. I worked for the Treasury Department. I worked for SDs, and it's amazing what SDs did to me. They railroaded me. It's amazing. My husband almost died in the parking lot in the name of what you on the schedule. It's amazing how I got railroaded by SDs and what did the president do? And it's amazing what the supervisor did. And he's for the people. And I fell asleep in training. They got me a drug test. And I don't do drugs because I said my doctor said the medicine I'm taking keeps me drowsy for so many hours, and I have to take it at night, and it doesn't wear off. I warned them. I said I'm diagnosed with 16 diseases. They still hired me and then fired me because what? It doesn't matter, even though you was in the hospital, even though you got doctor's notes, even though you really are sick, but you stay out too much. And our policy said there is no excuse for absence. But when you interviewed me, I told you that I have problems working because I have 16 diseases. Man's diagnosed 18 plus. Yeah, STs in Richmond on West Broad, yeah. SDs, you're shipping people. Yeah, it's amazing how trashy that supervisor was to me, and how there's medicines that was coming out my skin. And somebody in the bathroom said, I smelled in the bathroom. It's the bathroom. Yeah, I got in trouble for smelling in the bathroom. Yeah, SDs. When I tried to help them save millions of dollars with their programming and web-based software, there's so many stuff I have offered to help people. I offered the federal government to help save money on training when Erica, the director of the Treasury, whatever, IRS in Richmond said there's no way to train. For 3 months, we in the classroom, they kept saying, don't pay attention, because all this is going to be obsolete when you get on the floor. We had over 40 some people in our classes. We didn't have 8 left when I left, and we were on the floor, 2.5 months. They said this happens every year. That's why it's seasonal. You had to work seasonal for 2 years. They go, there's no way to train. That's the lie, because I know the exact software, the style. I'm a professional trainer. I trained Virginia State Troopers for 3 years. I know how to train. That is my profession. But then my supervisor, Carolyn, gonna tell me, but don't do. I said, I'll do it for free to say the government money and help. I'll do it for our training. Don't do it because it's gonna make Washington feel bad. You know how much money the government wastes hiring people? And they work less than 6 months, 3 months of in-classroom training. And you should see some of the emotional issues of some of the trainer. The girl that starts with D that turned me in, with cell phone, they say hello to their brother on the floor, and she turned me in because she was mad because I turned her in, how she abused me for asking questions in training. She don't like me being thorough, but she had to be able to be a star. It's amazing how some of the workers said her and Miss You Know who is in leadership, are dating each other. Oh yeah, yeah, this is what's going on. Yeah, it's amazing. I still talk to some of the workers there that been there with them. Shade Shiesty. Long story short, but yeah, I'm blind, but I can see. Yes, my husband is legally blind. And it's amazing of the quality of care my husband get and the quality of care I give myself. But I'm gonna show you my legs. Now my legs look good compared to what they used to look to a year ago. Yeah, let me show you my legs. I don't know if you can see them. I don't know how well you can see my legs, but that's lymphedema caused by a heart condition that they said that was caused by sleep apnea, that my parents did not take me to the doctor and follow through when I was a child. And they said that's how I had sleep apnea. But sleep apnea is gone. I've outgrown it. But that's how I was congested with CHF, congestive heart failure. And because the congestive heart failure, me not being mobile back because of metabolic problems from the malpractice of a medicine I was given in Amelia County from 2010 up until when I just got off of it last year, and I started losing 76 pounds. I was going through menopause, sex problems, couldn't be intimate with my husband. Yeah, metabolic problems because of a pill some doctor gave, and they won't give up records at the community service board every time a doctor filed for you. I can't get it. Yeah, and how they discharged me because I missed some appointments and didn't follow through. And there's another place that I went to because I said I take it. They gave it to me. And what happened? When I got asked for records, what happened, Gartner? Gartner psychology, what happened? Oh, your nurse practitioner Pam left and she had all my information on her personal computer. And what you do for legal purposes, I missed an appointment, you discharge me. Yeah, and it's amazing. MCV VCU said there was never nothing wrong with me, but because my mama said that I was weird when my daddy died, and because she said I wasn't even living with my mother wasn't even raising me. It's amazing who had legal custody of me. My mama was far away. It's amazing what my daddy went through at that time, how my daddy was depressed and he died because he made a poor decision because he thought he lost everything. And it's amazing who kidnapped me. Yeah, I was kidnapped when I was 6 to get information on where my mama and her new lover at. But my mama, yeah, I was kidnapped. Yeah, he dead and gone. This great big dude they call Big Tex. It's amazing how a guy that look exactly like him is here and he picking on my husband at the Walmart here on God's Road. It's amazing. So many secrets coming out about my daddy's real identity, and how so many stories about what my daddy ranking really was in Vietnam and how he got dropped down to a private, and the secrets of how I'm treated bad by the VA. They deny my claims. They talk smart to me when I call. The Veterans Administration won't even test me for Agent Orange when every doctor in my childhood said, this baby have a parent from Vietnam? Yeah. This baby need to check out. This baby's the Agent Orange and some other agent the government wanted. Every doctor has said that. Even my insurance, it's a national insurance called me one day, said, you got to be a Vietnam baby. All this sickness is because of that. And along with the metabolic trapping of some pills they gave me that is old. It's amazing what the psychiatrist in Lynchburg told me. She said, this medicine is old. This medicine made you sick. Ain't nothing wrong with you. There's never been nothing wrong with my mind. I'm a prodigy. I've been raped. I've been traumatized. I've been abused. I've been neglected. Right now, I've never experienced love. Except since I've been. My family don't know how to treat me. They don't love me. My family abuse me, treat me like I'm a weirdo, don't talk to me smart, don't help me. Anytime me and Papa been homeless, they laughing and cracking jokes. They wouldn't hold my insulin. My girlfriend Aisha had to keep my insulin because my own family wouldn't hold my insulin. They judged me. And everything my family ever did for me is only what the public gonna see. How I was tormented and trashed and talked to as a child. How many times I ran away from home when I was in Richmond, Virginia, living on Chamberlain and Golden. Rest in peace, Golden. And Miss Valerie, my friend Elena's mama. Those were the one that looking took after me every time I ran home. You don't know how many times I was beaten. And some of the same people and some certain family members preyed on me, and girls and boys. It's amazing. At 4 years old, I was sleeping. I went to go visit Cousin Pig, and I'm laying there, and she's licking my vagina at 4 years old. You don't know how many times brothers done got to fighting, taking turns, injecting me, inserting their penis in me, and the baby brother was gay and they was gonna beat him up if he didn't insert his penis in me. And it's amazing what happened to me and my cousin Katrina. And right now she going through it. She don't know I know, but me and her have been through a lot. It's amazing how much sex and incest and things that have happened to me. It's amazing what happened to me in this little town called Edmontown off of 612 in Blackstone, how much I was raped. And my daddy didn't know I was going there getting raped and molested. It's amazing how certain people, when I was suicidal, tried to rape and molest me when I was suicidal back in 2009. Because I was depressed because I left and went to Egypt and I was forced to come back. I did not want to come back because I was happy in Egypt. I hated living here because my whole life I've been told you're a weirdo or whatever. But there's other people who is not my family who treat me like I'm family, like the Finn family in Winter Park, Virginia. John Finn has been one of the greatest uncles. Like the Ruffin family in Amelia County, they treat me like I'm their blood. The Banks family, Grandma Annie Jackson. It's amazing how Aunt Mary Ann and Aunt Rose have been there through my life. They never betrayed me. Never betrayed me. So many people I call mama and papa and uncle and other people's family. All my family do is what? When they need a job, they need prayer, they sick or whatever. It's amazing how they talk to me and gossip. I got a cousin right there, Penny, with a hole in it. She likes to put my name down. And I had prayed for her, and I've never got to argue with her. And she's sitting there with my aunt. Lady, you know who betrays me? Who's the one that led me to file charges against her own daughter for fighting me? Yeah, she the one that led me to file charges against her own daughter for fighting me. It's amazing. It's amazing what go on, how people cuss to the children, sit your dumb ugly, and how they get drunk and got little kids bringing them beers and little kids singing side piece. God gonna give you some beer, Grandma. Grandma need a beer. That's and talk to kids. And well, you the smart one. The other ones are slow. You the smart one. You gonna be somebody. That's the kind of stuff that go into my family talk. Sit down somewhere. Sit down. You get on my nerves. One day I ain't gonna come home. I'm tired of you. I can't even have a soda. I can't even. That's how we're talked to in my family as children. And my poor Aunt Tit, she do the best she can to love on me. My Aunt Jackie do the best she can to love on me. Mama Hattie Carey do the best she can to love on me. There was a preacher who was 85 years old or older at Manasseh Hill Baptist Church. She done betrayed me now. She done betrayed me. Why? Because everybody in the community and all the prophets is saying she fornicating. She fornicated. And I trusted her like a mama when she called me when them demons in her family was chasing her. And I taught her how to fight demons off of her. She used me. She betrayed me. And she fought in line with my mama. I have never experienced a mother's love. And that's what God said. I'm a baby that was born because my daddy said so. And I've been treated like garbage and trash and all this fake love. And how many step-family members to plug their fake ding-a-lings on me? And he is, I still encourage him, I still love him, I still call him and minister to him. Y'all don't know the monsters, the lurking monster, how I got a step cousin that likes to chase little girls and likes to put his penis in me when I'm a little girl. And when he got his leg chopped off the last time I saw him, he was chasing us a bunch of 12 and 13-year-old girls trying to take our virginity at a barbecue. It's amazing. A man that went to jail many years later for molesting his daughter used to chase all of us when we were 12 and 11 at the motorcycle club fish fry that our parents was at getting drunk and twerking, whatever it was called back then. He chased us. We had to run for our virginity. Ask the Booker twins who we ran from. Ask Melanie. Ask Melanie what happened to her, why she would always stay with her friend, and this man was always driving her around, sticking his tongue on top of something, licking her vagina. Ask Melanie what happened to her. And you know what Melanie I'm talking about. I'm talking about Amelia County, Nottaway County, Blackstone, Deadwood County, all them creeping, weeping, nasty, disgusting people. How people was going with their own aunts, having sex. People are bitter. Some ministers ain't right today because they can't stop playing with the streets and playing with God. Because how much they were screwed and how sometimes we went to go visit friends in Edmonton. We had to run for our virginity from boys. Why? What? My grandma and everybody up in there getting drunk up. Drunk up. It's amazing what my older brother can tell you about my childhood. It's amazing what I can tell you about my childhood. And I'm fighting for my husband. I'm fighting for my husband. I respect my husband. I honor my husband. And people sitting back watching that happen. Not one phone call that I got, besides from Aunt Tit and from Roby, a lady that's kind of adopted me as a niece. They call and check on me. Okay, my girl from Utopia doing the best she can. But they checking on me to make sure I'm okay. They know I'm fighting. I'm fighting for my health. You see my legs. Some days I can't walk. Right now, I gotta take Tramadol because of the pain, because I'm allergic to everything. I'm allergic to Benadryl. And it's amazing how many times I've been held down in hospitals here in Houston and Baytown and injected with stuff, and they won't tell me what they injected with. And I've been real sick since. Real since. And some nurse gonna tell me you not allergic to Benadryl. How you gonna tell me? He's some young boy. These 25-year-old nurses think they got a God complex. These fire department people think they got a God complex. These rescue squad, it's amazing. Rescue squad came when I called for myself for the rescue squad to come. And when they got there, I had to call 911 on the rescue squad because they're cracking jokes like I'm some weirdo because I couldn't get up. I was stuck on the toilet stool. My leg was swollen. And she said, "Ooh, you're going to have to get me a Starbucks for this one." I went right to my phone and called now, "Where'd you sit here?" And then she got it together. That's how they talk over people. Like they gods here. Texas got a lot of God complexes. These people in Texas are sick and evil. They don't care nothing about the poor, the disabled. They don't care nothing about the homeless. Look how they talk. It's amazing how the security guard talking cussed out an old man named Mr. Charlie down at the shopping center where the Dollar General, the Dollar Tree at down there on Garth Road. It's amazing. He from Twin City. It's amazing how he pick and pick. But yet some other dude named Daryl can freely go charge his phones in business. He homeless. And he be like, yeah, he did tell Mr. Charlie. But Mr. Charlie shopped there every day. Ask them girls in the Dollar General. Mr. Charlie shopped there every day. Yeah, he homeless in the shelter. But Mr. Charlie sit there, but he shopped there every day. He spend money, but that old boy Daryl, he's the snitch. I got his picture. I got his phone number. I got Mr. Charlie picture. I got the license plates and the name of the security guard from Twin City. And I've called and complained in Twin City. I tried to call and complain. You can't get through the Walmart. The trauma that happened to me and my husband at Walmart on North 146 and on Garth Road. It's amazing. What's her name? Rafika, whatever. That thing from the island sit up there singing Jesus as a greeter, but she be cussing out the elderly and the old, picking on my husband. Yeah, the young people tell me there and how loss prevention. 1 minute he go for praying, next minute he's smoking. He gave my husband $20 on some we homeless. He gonna give us some money, and one thing he won't speak to us because why I turned him in, took pictures of Rafika, whatever her name is, from the islands, sit there doing hexes and how people putting chicken bones in the trash can. There's a lot of homeless people telling me they keep seeing chicken bones on the ground throughout the place. All these island people that work at Walmart on Garth Road, they sit there doing hexes on people. The children told me they work there. Mama, that's what she do. Get her, mama, get her. I done took pictures and reported to Walmart. What they do? Nothing. And the loss prevention guy is nasty. He about 6'5", He obviously, he walk around, go for he praying, talking to the Bible, his friends. But then next minute he out there smoking. And not once did he care when I told him my husband diagnosed with cancer. Yeah. Sterling Stanley, whatever his name. And don't go to the IHOP on Garth Road. Some great, big, fat, greasy white woman is a bully there because of what some DoorDash driver said. It's amazing how a boy sit there and bullied a junior manager at night. I had to help her toughen up. I said, if you don't deal with that boy, I'm going to deal with him. I'm going to corporate. Yeah, the IHOP on Garth Road, watch them. When officers go there every morning and spend their own cash to get hot meals to give to the homeless. Yeah, there's some officers in Baytown, usually the great, big, tall, friendly ones. Those 11 ones, the little short munchkin officers in Baytown are the ones with the bully complex, like Officer Breedlove, whatever, how he treated us in the middle of the night. We went to the police station for safety because we didn't feel safe, and how they disrespect doctors, police officers, all people with uniforms and managers at store disrespect me when I come in there friendly, disrespect me. Why? Because we different. And they do it right in front of my husband. How many times they have degraded me in front of my husband, and my husband don't know what to say. Because he know they would try to pop him because my husband got a record from New Jersey over 30 years ago. So I have to basically cut their you know what off, if you know what I mean, their jewels off verbally and degrade them in front of their face. I'm not done with that manager at the Kroger on Garth Road. You are a disgusting pig. Anytime your employees drop to their knees and do the rosary because they so demonic that you do and how you transform, and how one night a shopper way outside, she was going to ambush you, but I stopped her. She was waiting for you to come in your car. We got many people that's ready to fight for Mama and Papa. They ready to bust y'all up. And it's amazing what the people said at the Walmart in Baytown on North 146 about your Chambers County Police, what they really want to do to people like Officer Higgins. And it's amazing how other officers, Officer Higgins, how he talked smart to me when my husband went missing. And some of your other officers, I had to beg for you to find Papa. And look what your 911 did when I was calling, trying to get y'all to work with Officer Bizarre with Baytown. I tried to connect the police together, and I'm calling 911, encouraging and thank you. Thank you for showing today. Thank you. Thank you. I'm always kind and blessing. But because I'm weird here in Texas, because I come with love, that's pushed away by people with uniforms and titles. Y'all are filthy and disgusting. What y'all done to Mama and Papa, and all this got to do with y'all, along with that camp off of Elmont Road in Ashland. All y'all spirits are workers of iniquity, and all of y'all abusing Mama and Papa. And nobody is helping Mama get Papa back because his son is a troll. And what that boy done and said to me in the name of what he think he got, and how many times Papa done died, almost died, and Mama done saved him. You don't care about your daddy because you told me. You told me you don't know my father. My father messed up anything good. You don't know my father. And basically you mad because he didn't do what's right by you when you got kidnapped by your mama. Your mama deceived him. She was a drug addict. He didn't even know all this kind of stuff is missing. She was a drug addict. Look what she did. And she's so great. And why she lost y'all in foster care? How many times you said she burned you with a crack pipe? How many times you say your stepdaddy broke your legs, and how your mama illegally taking old documents and putting my husband's last name as if she's still married to him when Virginia proved she divorced from her other husband? She still carried my husband's last name and all this stuff. Come on now. Mommy, mommy, mommy. And how you talk to my husband like he trash and he got an answer to you. And you one day gonna put your finger in my face and I said, you ain't never had your A whooped by a fat girl. I was in a car and you standing there. He said, your daddy told him, watch out, she's a heavyweight. Tell me something, you army. Do you know what I'm trained? Do you know what level of training I have? Do you know how I could smoke army? You know who you dealing with. Do you know what I can do? Do you know my history? Do you know my history? Do you know what happened in my trial? Do you know? Have you ever heard of 5 fingers of death? Don't get it twisted. My legs might look like this. I might be blind, but let my brother tell you, you don't want to shake down, boo. Nuck if you buck. Oh yeah. My husband know. My ex-husband know. They had the best security. You ain't gonna put your hands on them. You can put your hands on me. I ain't worried. But you put your hands on my husband, somebody like that, or my mama, or somebody. Nuck if you buck. You want to see the get down, get down. You want to see the motion. You ain't never seen me dance how I'm light on my feet. They say I got lightning. I might be a big girl, but let me tell you something. When it all falls down, you don't know how much weightlifting training I was doing, how I threw the discs in the shot put for the males and females in high school. You don't know my nickname is Mike Tyson on Chamberlain Avenue. Ask some of them twins from the Bronx what happened to them. My name been Mike Tyson for over 30 some years. That's what they call me. You don't know, come on, son, you army, when you ain't big enough to carry no gun. Nuck if you buck, but I notice when you come in my face, you don't do nothing. You don't talk smart to me. You eat my cooking. You let me buy you food at restaurants. You don't say behind my back or over the phone you talk bad or through text. You got bass in your voice. But if I find out that my husband getting sicker and sicker, I'm gonna make sure you rot in jail and they not gonna put you in protective custody because them boys gonna get down with the get down. Since your sister always advertising your little booty anyway, the name of she need her all done. Yeah. It's amazing how my husband ain't got no in-laws, no daughter-in-laws, no son-in-laws, no grandkids, no nothing. You never see nobody with nobody. How many times you done proposals have been turned down? Don't nobody want y'all, because I'm going to tell you right now, y'all infected with evil and hate. And it's amazing how my husband almost died and how y'all did me and tell lies to your family in New Jersey. Some of them ain't even met me talking smart. It's amazing. One minute you telling my parents that cousin Gary Wright is a felon. Then cousin Gary Wright is dead. Then you want to say what? I want to go to my cousin's funeral. Don't claim him. When to my mama you say he probably a felon. Let's tell the truth. What you say about your Uncle George? What you say about him? Now we tell the truth. Let's tell it about his church and his ministry. What did you tell me and my mama about your family in New Jersey? But the moment I helped save Papa's life, that's when you got back with them. And you start spreading stuff. It's amazing how my husband ain't heard from Weepy and got Weepy putting stuff on Facebook when me and Weepy ain't never had no argument. Weepy told me about the family, but the name of that stole him a little money so he can go get high again. It's amazing. Yeah, yeah. It's amazing how my husband is ashamed of all of y'all. He don't want to talk to none of y'all, but only Needle. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. But here it is. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of me. The last time I got weighed in Virginia, I was weighing 346 pounds because of that medicine that I was on for almost 15 years because some 80-some-year-old doctor prescribed it. Well, I've lost 76 pounds since then. I got off the medicine, 76 pounds. And 1 minute I'm going through menopause, next minute I'm not. Papa wants children. I'm 47 years old. Papa done seen me almost die. Took a long time to figure out what's wrong with me, but they just figured it out. Even my insurance figured it out. It's amazing. But let me show you some pictures of me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just have to say it. I ain't talking about beating people up, but I'm gonna tell you right now: don't put your hands on Papa and stop manipulating Papa. Like the song said, "Nuck if you buck." I'm just tell you right there. And you forgot, my son is a blood gang member, my godson. And I got some other family members that's Crips. Do not play. Don't forget, I went to school with the mob, and don't forget who I told you that started Osama bin Laden tried to date me at Chesterfield Town Center in 1999. I mean, I'm just saying. But you bad though. You bad. You bad. You moonwalking monkey. Tell like it is. This is what I used to look like in 2008 when I was an actress with a show called Lyric Ave. That's me. And it's amazing. My girlfriend Isha, her husband, swear out that's me. It's to say I'm so ugly now. That couldn't be Tanya. And how I tried to speak positive about him, and because something she told me and I told him about, told her my point of view about his baby mama. And you realize I prophesied them being together before they got together when she was still with Chinese food dude. I prophesied them getting together. I done prayed for them and everything. I can't even get a conversation with her since her wedding. It's amazing how people do me in the name. Well, why you worry about what I said about your baby mama? How I know I never met her? Who gave me the picture? Who told me about her? Who told me what she did to you? That's what I'm trying to say. This ignorant, stupid mentality of those that I bless y'all. I bless everybody. I say good things, positive things. I prophesy. And this is what I get in return because what? You got some baggage, but you won't deal with the one that told me. It's amazing. That's what goes on in Richmond, Virginia. That's how it is in Richmond, Virginia. In all Central Virginia, that's how it is. But that's me. I was going by the name Lachelle Moranz. I was an actress with a show called Lyric Ave in Richmond, Virginia. Of course, they don't betray me. It's amazing how I upgraded them and taught them Hollywood standard. Can't get a phone call. That's why the show won't get off the ground. When I turned down Oscar award winning people because they didn't want the show, they wanted me. Yeah, and how prophets tell me keep going back. I ain't going back to that mess. Long story short, I'm just telling it all out. Let me show you another picture. I'm just saying, this is ridiculous. But this is what people do to people. In the name of what? In the name of what? People abuse people, people marginalize people, people blacklist people, people don't show you no respect. But when they need prayer or something, want me to prophesy, lay hands on their babies, whatever, they blow my phone up. But let me need something. Let me call for prayer. Let me be crying on the internet. How many people have called me? But it's amazing people on Facebook watching and judging. Watching and judging. Don't get no encouragement, nothing. And mama be putting the information on Facebook, how to overcome demonic with your children, how to overcome this, how to overcome that. Mama just pour. And then look at what me and daddy getting returned, me and papa getting returned. Look what we get. You let monsters, some lady with a strong arm around people spiritually at some camp off of Elmont Road in Ashland. It's amazing what she do in the name of, but and how many people don't witness what she did over the last 20 years. And I'm getting all these stories from all these people, and they say it's a shame she like that, but don't make her mad. And they don't go there and support it no more, but then they gossip and tell it. But y'all ain't do nothing. And look what happened to Sasha. Let's tell the truth. A girl that reached out to me. It's amazing what the zinger dingers did and said and the racism that go on there. My husband told me. It's amazing. They got Mr. Henry just as confused. Yeah, it's amazing what me and Miss Sally talked about before she died. It's amazing. She got tired. She lost her joy. The only day I'm allowed off is Thanksgiving to see my son. That's one of the words she told me. Yeah. Bullies. I'm naming bullies. Yeah, okay. This is me when I weighed 346 pounds. This was last year. 346 pounds. I have never weighed that much in my life. I've been chunking, but I never got that. Metabolic problems and all this stuff, the pill and everything they were giving me ever since 2010. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Meade County Community Service Board. They won't give up no records. It's amazing trying to say I'm labeled because my mama said I was weird when my daddy died. Did anybody counsel me when my daddy died? It's amazing when the Meade County School said in 2015 about me being depressed. Because when my stepfather was leaving for the Gulf War, I got depressed and I started making F's and I wasn't friendly with the teachers. And they said she could go to a psychiatrist, went to a psychiatrist. Guess what happened up in there? Oh, Tanya come from a domestic violence home. And then anything ever done? Was I ever counseled and taught anything about my daddy? But that was led to believe my daddy committed suicide and all this drama. And my daddy name been ran through the mud by my family members. But yet the community and other people tell me your daddy was wonderful. You just like your daddy. Then the parent gonna tell me your daddy never loved you. He used you. He wanted me. And it's amazing. I found out who killed my daddy, what the sheriff told me, and how he guilty. It's amazing what the federal home told me that was suspicious. And it's amazing. It's amazing. Thank God for Joey Johnson. Thank God for Joey Johnson and his federal home in DeWitt, Virginia. Thank God for Joey Johnson. Thank God for Joey Johnson. I don't care what Wilson say about you. I don't care. I thank God for Joey Johnson. And that's me at 346 pounds. Okay, let me show you some more. I'm just saying it all today. I have to get it out. Okay, this is me. I don't know if you can see my skin, but that's what happens to my skin sometimes. because of the doctor said because of whatever happened in Vietnam with my daddy. Look at my skin. Look around my mouth. Look at my skin. Yeah. And you see, my eye, I had just had eye surgery. I just had eye surgery in Lynchburg, Virginia last year. You see? You see? And yet I still was going to school online, preaching online, handling all the bills, handling everything, treating my husband like king, driving, doing everything, volunteering, everything, encouraging everything, humanitarian, everything. And I'm very gifted in talented. You can believe how many songs I can write. I can freestyle rap, I can write poetry, I can weld, I can build furniture. I can speak 6, 7, 8 languages that I never studied. I can tell you things about science, physics, calculus, trigonometry. I can tell you the history of so many things. It's like, because I'm a prodigy. I am a prodigy. God made me a prodigy to help you become a prodigy. It's amazing how much philosophy and wisdom. It's amazing how that Bible, I can spit words from that Bible and say things from that Bible. It's amazing how much the Holy Spirit teaches me how I absorb information. It's amazing how I even got a letter from Uber that I'm popular with drivers because of the knowledge and the wisdom I drop on the drivers. Customized care, because I keep teaching these young people, everybody you meet, you treat them like they're an original, because nobody's a copy of nobody. Treat every human being, no matter whether they're good, bad, ugly, fat, stank, anything, treat everybody like an original. That's for God so loved the world that he customized care and the cross for each one of us, Lord Jesus. That's what the Holy Spirit do. He customizes the cross for you, the blood for you, forgiveness and mercy for you. He customizes. What did Earth, Wind, and Fire say? You a shining star, no matter who you are, shining bright to see who you can truly be. I truly believe Maurice White was supposed to be a prophet, but he missed his calling. There are so many people like that in history. I can clearly see who got what anointing, who got what a calling. It's amazing. I can clearly see. I can walk into a room and smell, taste, and hear evil. I can walk into a church. That's why I don't. Last time I've been in a church, when the last time I've been in a church? Can't go. Because every time I go, I'm about to puke what I see. From Virginia to Texas, all around. Disgusting, disgusting stench. Stench. Anyway, long story short, it's amazing what some of them churches in Hopewell do. It's amazing how people keep going to school, getting 5,000 degrees, Dr. Doolittle, Apostle Doolittle, boobity, 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 and whatever. And with their church ain't got 10 members and everybody in there got a pastor, title, preacher, evangelist, whatever. Why people don't come here? Ask Pastor Darrell why. Anyway, this is me and Papa in 2018 getting married. When we were getting married, that's my godson on the right, Terry. That was the best man. Behind him is Apostle Khadijah Vidal, who did the wedding in a way I never seen before, and it was beautiful. As you can see, there's instruments behind us. On the other side is Matilda, a young lady from Ghana that I met years ago at a Haitian church. We are no longer in connection because of whatever. I ain't going there. But that's me and Papa getting married the first time in 2018. A year later, of course, the photographer did not show up. So he said he was stressed. And I don't have no pictures because somebody said they took pictures, but they don't have to get it off their phone. Yeah, so there's no pictures of my vow renewal a year later where my husband wore a text and I wore a marvelous purple gown with purple hair. I had bridesmaids and everything. Yeah, live band. Thank you, Buck Royal, for putting it down. God bless Buck Royal in Amelia County and Mount Olive Baptist Church, who is one of the greatest worship leaders in Amelia County has ever seen, with that deep voice like Larry Graham. Bless Buck Royal and how he didn't charge me much. Oscar Fields that played James Brown, he showed up. And he didn't get a chance to perform because of some drama with my family members interrupting, cussing me out while I'm preaching. Yeah, in my Bible, I have an aunt that showed up that tried to sabotage stuff for days. Her and somebody else in my parental circle started some stuff. Got my cousin Jerlene upset. Yeah, it's amazing what they did out in the parking lot, passing out corn liquor. Don't eat that beef food. And Linda slaved in that kitchen. You ain't never been to a wedding with the food like that, but we had extra plates where everybody left with ribs and chicken and everything. Yeah, it was amazing. It's amazing how my aunt tried to set me up with some bootleg caterers. It's amazing how she was playing the brain. My husband said, don't let her come. And it's amazing. While I'm preaching, she gonna get up and act crazy. So when I started saying, what the Bible said, what the Bible said, let me tell you what she did to me growing up, how she brought torment and hell in the house when she moved in with us in the 80s, and how I was, and my brother got put out and Clinton was not allowed to come back home when he was 14. It's amazing what happened to me in that apartment at 3804 Chamberlain Avenue. How many times I ran away from home. It's amazing how many times my brother was beat because he's in a walker learning how to walk and he's touching glass table. I just cleaned that glass table. He's a baby learning how to walk, put his hand, get his hand lit and toe up. A lot of stuff that happened to my brother don't remember. He don't know the family that he come from. And then they got him sometimes talking smart to me. One minute he moody, one minute he need me, next minute he throwing me away. He just is confused. He confused because y'all confused him. Who was his mama from 0 to 12? Me, until I left to go to college. And look where I came back to. He turned into them. All that time our granddaddy spent to raise him and to teach him stuff and everything I did for him. Look at my cousin Kevin. Look how he done betrayed me. It's amazing. One time I couldn't open the door without him standing there when I live on Bridgewood. I was there for him. But in the name of, he done gave me a couple of dollars, so I don't pay back. I didn't know I had to. It's amazing. It's amazing the competition going on between who my brother married and who got a house. Let's tell it how some people got DUIs in my family and everybody's shamed and sad because what my cousin Kay got one, because he's supposed to be up and up. And let me tell you about the sins and the lies of his parents and his family. Let's break it down to your grandparents on both sides. Let's tell it. Let's tell it. Because I was there for you and I taught you things and I encouraged you and I spoke life. I don't roll with you to colleges trying to get you in the name of what? Money and impressing liars. Your own parents lied to you and you told me. It's amazing who got tax fraud now. Don't forget who copies the taxes I got, who in the Million County is stealing people money and single mothers not getting their tax return. It's amazing what happened to Erica tax return. It's amazing when people confess that Sister Jackie due to your taxes special. Yeah. It's amazing about that family and why their brother is dead while his own daughter killed him. Yeah, it's amazing why her grandma died because of her. And you think that trash is my girlfriend, my friend from school? It's just amazing. She betrayed me in the 8th grade, dealing with some dude named Richard. And look what he did to her. Look who she married. Look who tried to date me once me and my ex-husband got a divorce. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell it all. People is dead. Look at some of the girls that was my friend in school. They used me. They're dirty, scoundrel whores. And look how they abandoned their kids and lost custody of their kids. And they playing games and playing in my husband's face. Y'all are trash. How your mama done screwed around on your daddy and lied. And I was ready to go to court and tell the truth what happened to my godfather. It's amazing. That's why I didn't invite you, because you trashy. You ungodly. Yeah, you disgusting pig. And you're gonna accuse me. I wish you would. You sleep with your own daughter husband. And who else husband you slept with? Cousin niece, Bernice's husband. You slept with what's Bernice's sister name that died? Her husband still with him. Let's tell it all. Let's tell it what happened at Liberty Baptist Church. Let's talk about that when I used to volunteer as a missionary. Let's talk about how some of y'all girls, I was there for y'all. Look at y'all done turn y'all back in the name of some of y'all want to get a divorce, and I prophesy to y'all now you're happy. You're on Facebook with 5,000 wigs on, and not once have you encouraged me. Some of y'all have encouraged, I'll help you become an evangelist, or I'll help you with Bible study. Some of y'all daughters have died in controversy about gay conversations at her funeral. Yeah, it's amazing. Let's tell it all. Let's tell how all of y'all have raped and whored Tanya's anointed and Tanya's love. All of y'all are molesters and rapers. And Tanya keep giving and giving and giving. What else do I have? I've been crucified by you Romans. All of y'all are Romans. And y'all sit back, you Romans. You Romans. You keep torturing me in the name of what? Because what a spirit of a religious person said, crucify her. Give us Barabbas, crucify Jesus. Yeah. Now I ain't gonna begin to tell you about some of you pastors that have left Winterpah and went to Hopewell. It's amazing what you did to me and the things you said. And some of my friends from Lynchburg College, how y'all, like kiddie porn and you work in the school system and you like gay porn between underage children. And some of the things you was after little Timmy, who was like 6'5" at 13. It's amazing how you screwed my brother-in-law. It's amazing how y'all was still messing with each other even after he got married. It's amazing what done happened when I've been in your Jeep and you play that role like your little daughter is perfect, showing pictures of her playing the guitar. But it's amazing. She don't know the history of the trash that's in her family, her parents. She don't know to realize. Y'all make these kids look perfect, but let me tell you something. It's all going to come out. And somehow your little sneaky, nasty, dirty, two-way, illegal, sinful stuff, I don't care if you do got a master's degree. You nasty. And it's amazing how my friends in Lynchburg that wouldn't even visit me know all of this, but yeah, they judge me. Why? Because when I was younger, I talked trash and I was supposed to be nobody. But now, and I flip the scripts, all of y'all who's supposed to be somebody, look at y'all now. Dirty, filthy, sinful. She used to judge us because she was a virgin, and then when she's screwing and trying to screw her fiance best friend, I mean, she got needs. I'm a preacher. No, I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. Let's tell it. I'm supposed to be the bad one because when I was 18, I'm talking about menage a trois, all that stuff. Because that's what I came from, trash talk. How many dildos was all over the house when I was 3 and 4 years old? Come on there, my grandma had a collection of penises all through the house for decoration. Come on there. Come on there. I knew what a penis did and what it felt like before I could spell my name. Come on, let's tell it. Let's tell it how the music talking about something. Yo, dang-a-lang is too short. And I had to listen to music like that. Candy lick, I'm gonna lick you, girl, so good. You're gonna be licked like you think it's 8 days a week. That's what I grew up off. That's what I grew up off. And how your parents dressing like whores with biker shorts on and married, and men telling him she looked good and me, we ugly. Here it is, yeah. Yeah. And because you fat and you dark, you bet not to say you like your parent, because she pretty. She pretty. You fat and black and dark. Yeah, you look like your grandma bait child, like a big black bull, them red legs like Mina Bonner. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I had to go through. And I don't know what's wrong with you walking around with Nike on. You ain't no dresser like you did. And I don't know why your room ain't clean. You too old to go to college. And you gonna be fat. You gonna have diabetes. You got yourself in your mess. You made yourself sick. You took yourself to Texas. I ain't asked you to go. And it's amazing how Mr. Wilson can do what he do with my family. And they let him sit back and do it. He played games with them. And now one person has helped me get my car back. Now one person is calling to make sure I find Papa. I'm not getting no love. But guess what? I'm still loving strangers. I'm still love and help people. I'm still gonna bless people. But I have to tell you, this is why kids grow up with mental problems. This is why when I went to AA, which is a scam, AA don't work. I had to leave there. I got abused at AA. I got abused at AA in Hopewell, Virginia. I got abused. Yeah. All the drug programs work because they don't get to the root. Let me tell you something. I've never seen a farmer pick up a bunch of seeds and throw them on the ground and say, I want an apple tree, and he get oranges. In other words, you must understand the genesis of a thing in order to get the revelation of a thing. Ding dong, the Bible table of contents is the table of what you're going to eat, the content of what you're going to eat in the Holy Bible. So it starts with Genesis and Revelation, which is really one of the only two books that's in order. Well, we know Malachi is in order, whatever, but you know what I mean? It starts with Genesis and it ends with Revelation. In other words, you have to get a genesis of a thing in order to get the revelation of a thing because you need to know which seed. Same thing, you can't kill a tree unless you kill it by the root. You got to know what kind of root it is because every tree has a different root system, like the sycamore tree. Yes, back 100 years ago, it was called sycamore tree. That's the tree caskets I made of. It has an elaborate root system that can extend from Richmond, Virginia to Washington, D.C. It's hard to kill a sycamore tree. Every tree root system ain't the same. You got to study the root system and know how deep it is in the earth and how it expands in order to kill the tree. Otherwise, you cut it down to the stump, it still can bear seeds. You know about block? Yeah. I know a lot about logging and all that stuff. I can tell you some things now. I understand sociology, psychology, psychiatry, physics. It's amazing how educated I am because my mama did let me read encyclopedias for fun. I used to read encyclopedias for fun, dictionaries, almanacs for fun when I was a little girl for fun. It's amazing how I had an international jazz collections at age 6 when I discovered the song Fumalayo by Diana Reeves. It was Diana Reeves and Nancy Wilson that changed my life. Then I discovered Ella, Sarah, Billy, Thelonious Monk. It's amazing what happened to my life when I heard Fumalayo by Diane Reeves. And it's amazing what Tracy Chapman did for my life, what the group Living Color did for my life. It's amazing what Martin Lawrence did for my life. Martin Lawrence changed my life. What's that book, A Raisin in the Sun? Lorraine Hansberry book my life has never been the same because of Lorraine Hansberry. Thank you to Miss Wiegand Fleetpool, whatever your name is, the school teacher. You changed my life. I have not been the same. And you changed it for the better, introducing me to the book of Raisin in the Sun and The Bluest Eye by Toni Morris.
Books like that. It's amazing what Miss Sylvia Reed did to us at Amelia County School. She enlightened us. She blessed us from thug to cheerleader to nerd. Miss Sylvia Reed is the greatest educator in the history of educators. She is the greatest hands down. Miss Sylvia Reed, Amelia County Schools. Dr. Featherston was one of the greatest principals and superintendents ever. The greatest school I ever went to was Amelia County. But you go there, you graduate, and you got to leave, or you're gonna get sucked up in stupidity and ignorance. You can't stay in Amelia County. Ask Tasha, we just talked about that. The greatest school system I've ever seen, whether it's college, high school, elementary, is the Amelia County, only between the years of 1985 and 1993. Can't speak. And it's amazing of the experience I had. The experience, yeah, I went to EPA in Richmond, which is one of the greatest programs school system could have ever done. EPA, which school system to go back to doing EPA that Richmond had in 1982 to 1984 with Miss F. A. Rogers and people like that, Rodney Williams, people like that. EPA. I went to Guinea Park Elementary. Blackstone Primary School had a wonderful dance program in 1981. But the greatest school, and I've been to 5 universities, the greatest school I ever been to was Amelia County Public Schools between 85 and 93. The model of the schooling, the programs, the after school curriculum, it was for the holistic student. The only thing it was missing was faith. But we still sang Old Negro Spiritual under Miss Breckenbridge in the choir, except they gave us robes that we had on back in 1970 something. It's amazing. D'Angelo the singer was at the same competitions we was at Manchester High School. And I'm sure he was up there laughing. We up there in 1990, 91, 92 wearing robes my stepfather and them had in 1971. It's amazing. But everything else in the media, the games, the programs, the after school curriculum, the sports, Coach Pearson, it's amazing. People like Nina Squire, the bus driver that was like so in love with her students. People like Miss Rosa Baker in the cafeteria that was so in love with her students. There was so many people so in love with her students, like Miss Jean Marrow. She was in love with her students. Like Mr. Pollock, the Spanish teacher, like Miss Hall, the Spanish teacher. They were so in love with her students. Like Mr. Keith Johnson, the gym teacher. They were so in love with her students. And Mr. Eli Jordan, the greatest guidance counselor that's ever hit any school. He was so in love with us students. They really advocated for us. They advocated for us. Yeah, you had your jerks there or whatever, but these people advocated for us. I can't forget their names. They made an impression on me. Made an impression on me. Let me see what else I got for you. I didn't mean for this video to be so long. I'm just showing you pictures of what we look like. Let's see. Oh, let me show you this. This is me. Now you see, I was 340. This is me in at State Police cafeteria in 2009. That's what I look like. Do that look like 346 pounds? Did you see how long my hair was? It eventually grew where I was sitting on it. I had dreadlocks. Yeah, done by Braids and Dreads in Richmond, Virginia, and also done by the young ladies from Detroit. Yeah, I went to the hairdresser on a regular basis, got it curled, got it done, got it dyed, laid to the side. Yeah, I had the best dreads in Richmond, Virginia. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me in the cafeteria. You can see the ice cream machine behind me, cafeteria, Virginia State Police. When I was a trainer there for 3 years, could tell you about the controversy why I went there and why I was not allowed to return. Ask AT. Mm-hmm. And when I had a letter of recommendation from the top dog, but because of politics and people judging me, AT. Yeah. Let me show you this other picture of me. Yeah. This is me in the bathroom around 2000. Trying to see by the phone. Was it 2010 with a wig on? I think I had cut my dreads off and I was in the mirror looking like my mama. That's me, 2010. Yeah, that's me. I look just like my mama in that picture, even though people swear I look like my daddy. But don't tell mama that you think I look like her because she'll get upset. Yeah, because they don't tell her who molested and raped her, why she got psychological emotional problems, why she likes traumatizing me and don't apologize. Ask my older brother what happened to him. Let me show you this picture right here. Let me tell you who my true intercessor was. This is my aunt Gloria Jean Evans. She died in 2010. She's the one that prayed me back
to life when I had lost my mind and lost my heart and lost everything. She prayed me back to life. But after that, she chose to die because she was so tired of the oppression from her own spouse, from her own community, from all that 612 stupid gossip lying. She gave up and she was sick. She didn't want to live no more. She said she wanted to die. And it's amazing about her son and what they doing to him and what he did. It's amazing. It's amazing. She chose to die because she didn't see no way out. No way out of the same gossip, the same stupid stuff, the same generation of curses, the same this, the same that. Plus, she was being dogged at home. She reached out to people in the family. Not once did anybody volunteer to babysit her. My aunt Tit tried, but it's political. She trusted my aunt Tit because aunt Tit was like a mother, a better mother than my grandma was to her. Because I can tell you about my grandma now. It's amazing she died not speaking to me, but she would have died so many times before if it wasn't for me. Yeah, but my grandpa loved me. I wish I had a picture of Papa. Papa has never betrayed me. Papa, ask my cousin Big Audrey why she loved my Papa. Ask other people why they love my Papa. When they were little kids, they loved my Papa. My Papa was a great man. Yeah, he had his sins, but he was a great man. And once Papa died, the world definitely started spitting and chewing me up. Papa and John Finn. My grandpa Clarence Jefferson and John Finn and my Aunt Jean is the reason why I'm still here. They loved me. They loved me. My Aunt Jean prayed for me. My Aunt Jean, may she rest in peace. It's amazing how her spouse is treating me right now. It's amazing how they betrayed and lied to my father. Everybody my father trusted with me, look what they did, except my cousin Casey. My cousin Casey died trying to protect me. My cousin Hank and my cousin Tommy Lee is like a father to me. He looked like my daddy. He's done everything to bless me. My cousin Tommy Lee, but politics and stupid ignorant stuff trying to keep me and my cousin Tommy Lee apart. But Tommy Lee and Uncle Gilbert, they make sure I'm all right. Uncle Gilbert, who loved my daddy. You can tell the people who really truly love my daddy because it's the way they treat me. The way they treat me. Let me see what else. I'm trying to get any more pictures. I'm just trying to show you my life. Show you my life. I didn't mean this video to go on so long and kind of tax you with your time with so many videos. But I'm just trying to tell you what can happen to people. Yes, I'm emotional crying because I'm trying to show you the reason why God want me to write this book, to show you what you can do to a child that mess up a child, that mess up an adult. And that's why we got people shooting up elementary schools and killing their grandma. Law enforcement come with a different explanation. Law enforcement is trash in America. The judicial system, the health system is trash. There's so many loopholes and fallacies and mistakes in these godlike complex. Watch people who hunger to have power. Watch people with uniforms. Watch them. Watch these social workers that only work on the clock. That's Papa Rowe in our backyard in Lynchburg. That's my husband. He not that tall, but that's Papa Rowe. You see how he looking? Because I caught him getting snacks. He see what he got in his hand. He love fruit cups. And he done went out there to eat more when he had a belly full. I caught him. He got caught. Look on his face. But I had to pick on him though. That's Mama's baby. That's Papa Rowe. I'm trying to open another picture to show you close up because I never showed you close up what Papa Rowe looked like close to the face. I'm not sure if I can open it. I didn't mean to go on a tangent and say all the things I said, but what happened was when I pressed play, when I pressed record, it's amazing what the Lord I have my mouth to say. But there's supposed to be a book and a documentary about my life, and there's so many more details I can tell you that'll blow your mind. Like I had an uncle that was a serial killer. Yeah, I had an uncle that was a serial killer. He was also an American Bandstand. Yeah, and that whole episode is missing. But a lady in North Carolina who's 66 years old, so she saw the episode of the American Bandstand. My uncle was on it. He was a serial killer. But yeah, he was sweet to me. This is Papa Rowe close up. That's my husband. Can you see? You can't see, but he's blind. He's legally blind. That's Papa Rowe. This is my husband, Papa Rowe, rolling me right. 7/7/63 is his birthday. Complete in 63. The year before diapers came out, so I'm sorry his mama, she had to wash his diapers. But yeah, that's Papa Rowe. I miss Papa Rose so much, the laughter. I miss cooking for Papa Rose. I miss serving him. I love serving Papa Rose. I love when I create an invention, me and the Holy Spirit in the kitchen. I said, Papa Rose, I'm experimenting. He'll say, you put love on it? I said, yeah, he's going to be good. And then the first time he put it in his mouth, when he tastes my cooking, and it's amazing. He just light up and the look on his face and his face, like he inhaling it. Yeah, he's eating some good food with other people in restaurants, but he don't respond to that the way he responds to my cooking. And it's amazing. I like Papa Roach to lay on the couch and nap while I'm playing music and singing with the Holy Ghost while I'm in the kitchen inventing recipes, inventing dishes. Okay, Papa Roach. And he come in there and I serve him first. And I gotta wait for him to just taste it. And once he tastes it and I look at him and the way he acts, and I say, okay, it's okay for me to eat. I just take delight in cooking for Papa Roach. I love cooking for him. I love buying outfits for him and surprising him with gifts. I love doing things for Papa Ro. I love blessing him. I love giving him birthday parties. I can't wait to his 60th. Lord willing, we be together and when he turns 60, we going ballroom dancing. Because we were supposed to take ballroom dancing classes. Even though I used to be a choreographer, cotillion for ballroom dancing, because I'm part Brazilian. Yes. It's amazing places me and Papa Rose supposed to be going, and we were supposed to buy a plane ticket. But it's amazing what Regent University is doing to me, the School of Benedict and the Regent University School of Department of Financial Aid and Business. It's amazing what they're doing to me and what they've done to me since 2014. It's amazing what Regent is doing to me while I can't take classes. It's amazing how I almost died all them times and letters and emails been sent to them, and I get a text, go to this resource, and come on there, I get an email. And it's amazing. I'm locked out of my email now because I've complained and said I'm going to the media. It's amazing. It's amazing. Undergrad was great, but graduate school has been hell. In the bill I got, I keep getting different bills, refunds, different bills, refund. It's amazing how hardcore and disgusting their human resource department, their financial aid department is in the business department, cold-blooded, but they are seminary. And name one thing I've learned at the school when certain professors have prophesied about me teaching hermeneutics around the world, because I got my own Bible college. Got my own Bible college where I teach online, customize your lesson. I do it for free because it's in my heart to serve the Lord. But they say they Christian in leadership to change the world. Whose world are you changing? You changed my financial world. I can't go to school. I can't even transfer to the school that I want to go to. It's amazing what you schools do, who you say you seminary, but you got to follow U.S. Department of Education rules. Who says? And why you got to get a degree? All you got to get a degree to preach and teach. And you should see some of the stuff, the templates they tell you. It takes 14 hours really to practice and write a sermon. I didn't know it took Peter 14 hours on the day of Pentecost to come what he said, 9 o'clock in the morning. It's amazing when some of your professors are just as dingy and they high on knowledge with no wisdom to apply it. And how many of them are volunteering out in the world? How many of them are teaching seminary classes or whatever? It's amazing. Even Virginia Union, which the professors told me do not go there. Their own professors have public don't go to their school. But at least they do have an Evan Smith program started by Brother Ray. At least they have an Evan Smith program. Research the Evan Smith program if it still exists. A lot of you churches could benefit. And that's a great program, the Evan Smith satellite location, Virginia Union University. Even though 2 professors in class told me don't go to the school, and they told me why. Yeah, it's amazing. The hoop classes and all the competition in the suits and the Baptist General Convention. It's amazing. I've tried to contact Brother Nelson. I remember when Brother Nelson was just trying to get his foot in the door. It's amazing. I called him, let's help get Richmond together. I don't get a respect because he big time on the board or whatever. He the pastor or whatever, Reverend Nelson. But what happened when you could have had that lawsuit at Eagle Ivory when the boy was going to jump off? Yeah, Dr. Carlson, what happened when the boy was going to jump off the side of the mountain and my ex-husband and the youth? What happened to him? Yeah, Oscar. Yeah, it's amazing that boy's still alive. It's amazing what the youth said about you, Dr. Carson. Even some of the ministers' children. It's amazing how all your ministers were sneaking, let me lay hands when you said I was a fanatic. When I got baptized with the Holy Spirit, look what happened that day in church in 2002 when the whole church was on fire. But you telling them I'm getting demons out of me. And it's amazing how you apologized to the youth after we left and they gave up hope when the youth was on fire. It's amazing what happened at some of them conventions the youth ran into me too. It's amazing, Dr. Carson, how you have bullied me. You strong on me. And I still show you respect in public. It's amazing. Everything in your house gonna get a doctorate degree. Doctorate degree in what? And not in love, not in righteousness, peace, and joy in the Holy Ghost. It's amazing. It's amazing what that prophet from New Jersey did in that white suit.
It's amazing how my mother-in-law was bullied and I was forced to go to the emergency room. You've been in the Holy Ghost too long, go to the emergency room. Went to Johnson, what is the doctor said, will you please tell your pastor it's called God, it's called Jesus, ain't nothing wrong with you. It's amazing with Reverend Edgar, Reverend Keith. And don't let me tell you about Sean. Don't let me tell you about those from the law firm and all them people that was there, part of leadership, what really was going on. Roxanne, let's tell the truth now. There's another reason why Dominique ain't in ministry. It's amazing what you do to Dominique dead in the name of his past. It's amazing. Roxanne. Yeah, those of you who know from Winter Park know what I'm talking about. Dirty birds, dirty bucks, leadership, playing basketball late at night. That's why people got a divorce. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer on TV, largest firm, largest lawsuit, whatever. Yeah, it's amazing. Trash. And your daughter just is confused. And some of y'all girls on Facebook, I'm sorry to tell you, I can see some of y'all girls in Meade County just got married, and your husband gonna beat the daylights out of you. I see it. You have changed. And you think you all that because you married now. I already seen it. He gonna stop. I have to pray against that. But he gonna turn straight, beat you down in the future. Some of y'all have married hidden killers, hidden wife abusers, all in the name of it. Look pretty. I found real love. No, your foundation is trashy because how your parents got together and how you got here and how they raised you. Your mama little deceiver still in church books, but trying to sue some of the same pastors that she helped get in who was sleazy greasy and found out you couldn't run him. It's amazing how sitting on the dock of the bay ain't doing nothing yet because all that money went to cocaine. And how many checks did my aunt write? It's amazing. There are people who are jail witness because they say they don't want to go to church because they know y'all sins. But let me tell you, I can tell you their sins too, boo. Don't run to a denomination because the people sin, because that's not God's sin, boo. Crooked Betty Crocker over there in Baltimore corner running your mouth and sending stuff to me. How much voodoo did your family do on my family? What you do? It's amazing how y'all talked about your niece and how your daughter's bigger than Shaq, but she fat and got to wear bedroom slippers to church. But when they were little, and this girl, other girl, ain't that girl baking cakes, the number one baker. Yeah, she was supposed to be nobody. Yeah, it's amazing how y'all got PJ just confused, and she down there with disgusting my husband's cousin. Yeah, how he abused her. Yeah, it's amazing what happened to his wife while she was found in a pool of blood. It's amazing how there was an investigation. He couldn't get life insurance. Let's tell the truth now. Let's tell the little secrets, the dirty little secrets, how folks were screwing up and down the road, and they big time deacon and deaconess up in the church, and look at there, and they don't screw in and everything, and their own kids don't know. Mama used to be a whore, but she look at other girls like Roxanne like a whore. It's amazing how people in the same church got kids by other people's husbands up in the church. Let's tell the truth now. Let's tell it like it is. Anyway, I didn't mean to go in there, but I'm just saying things. I have to say things when I'm live because it's live and in living color to tell you what come to my mind. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm not bitter. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm telling you for educational purposes so you don't raise your child in this world being ignorant to the devices of parents, friends, cousins, school systems, police officers. Satan is everywhere and in everything, even in half your products in the grocery store. You didn't know it, but sometimes they use voodoo people in these grocery stores to pray over you, as well as they use psychologists to decide what font is the price, what colors. Watch the color yellow in fast food. Suggestive, subliminal shopping. It's amazing how your phones are being guarded and watched. Tell me something, you take the battery out. Stop telling a lie. That thing can record. It's amazing what was in the CIA museum, what they had in 1947. Why don't you go to the Museum of the CIA and find out what's in there, what was available in 1947? And you really think all this Wi-Fi, and you think dial-up was the first way? No, boo. Ask what happened when I used a Commodore 64 on February 1st, 1985, and I got into the military base right there that's not far from 460. Yeah, when I was 10 years old, I tapped into the military base using a Commodore 64 video game console keyboard and a black and white TV that I watched Arsenio Hall in. Ask them girls why they never came back to my mama's house ever again to my sleepover. I scared them. Military warning, and a man from Bank of America online proved it because he said, yep, he's been on the internet since 87 when he worked in the hospital. Like I said, I was emailing in 1993 at Lynchburg College. I was emailing at Circuit City in 1995. Come on now. Long before there was a Google G mail.
Yeah, yeah. And there was no dial-up. I had no connection but the monitor to the keyboard. 1985, February 1st. Yeah, military warning. And it's amazing. Back when Radio Shack had Tandy computers, it had a thing called PC Link with a phone jack in the back. That was 87. I had a Tandy computer. My mama got it from Radio Shack. It had a jack in the back for a phone cable and what is was called PC Link. But you fancy though, because you got a smartphone. Like smartphones ain't exist long time ago. Everything exists for your military and secret services first. Not the secret service, but secret forces first. They test, they use, and when they want to, they give you the I let you use it version when they got a more high powerful version. Yeah. And you watch some of these neighborhoods like Highway 1, Highway 360. Right when you leave in Chesterfield County, you go down that hill before you cross that bridge, before you be in Amelia County. It's amazing how many cameras are in them trees. Watch these neighborhoods where everything is growing, but there's a patch of neighborhood of just trees and it never be used to rebuild or do anything. Cameras watching every car, license plates, who's in what. It's amazing. That's how they caught a drug dealer. They knew every time he went into Amelia County, but they couldn't catch him. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's amazing what really happened in the sheriff's department, which the chief of police told me what was going on in the sheriff's department in Meade County when I was in high school. It's amazing what he told me, and it's amazing what King Salam Kafani from NAACP told me when I was in high school. It's amazing. It's amazing why people can't get reelected. I've been trying to tell that spouse. It's amazing what happened to Brother Mondre. It's amazing how somebody left and ain't come back because they don't want people to know they witnessed a crime. And they scared they're gonna get killed. And how he relocated himself. Yeah, it's a shame what happened to Brother Mundry. That why his sister ain't right. Yeah. I can tell you some stories about some incest, some rape, some illegal. I can tell you about the town skank that sleeps with everybody man and got somebody killed because he was black. And how she done let her baby be raised by her baby's boyfriend. And then the boyfriend, they got all them kids, and he feel guilty like he stole that girl childhood. Now she in her 30s or early 40s. No, boo, her mama threw her away because her mama was too busy screwing. It's amazing. Some of her kids racist, some of her kids like black men. It's amazing. It's amazing, but she's supposed to be dignified now. It's amazing how some of the kids don't know whether they black or white. Well, I want my black grandma, I want my white grandma. Why you gotta call it that? And he just is confused and how the girl done tormented and use him, but he ain't gonna marry her. But she keep getting pregnant because she want that last name and keep having them babies. But yet he's black and he against his own race. Come on, some slavery really won't real. When you enslaved in your own house right now, you enslaved, you got back problems doing landscaping, but you go for research and you hate your own people. Come on, so all black girls' vagina stank. Have you had all black girls? It's amazing how you and all your brothers are confused. Half the men in your family because y'all supposed to be ugly and dark, and all y'all date what white women. And some of them been whores, them passed around between the cousins, everybody else, twins by this dude, the drug dealer, whatever. She go to jail for drugs. She prostitute with a 13-year-old. This girl can do anything. She done tried to sleep with your father. It's amazing how you got some girls that don't want their baby, and your nephew just is confused. It's amazing. But he said Aunt Tanya disrespected him. But it's amazing how he talked to his mother and he would rather die. He said, F this earth. While that girl got a camera in the window in Hopewell. While she beating and yanking, but your own mama won't call the cops on her when you know she was abusing her 2-year-old. But you want people to feel sorry for you, but you got 6 kids, and how many kids you done lost custody of? And how many times you say your daughter getting raped, but yet you looking at videos of her twerking, bragging on her. But she cute, she ain't that cute, mama. And it's amazing at the confession she told me at 5 how she spent time with boys. It's amazing and con out of spirit. Con out of spirit. Con out, and how many families you have divided. It's amazing how you and your baby daddy can't leave each other alone and how you messing with your own dead cousin's ex-husband who ain't got nothing good to say, but yet he screwed your mama. I'm gonna tell you these things I'm telling y'all without saying people's names because I'm trying to tell y'all this is what people do. This is what they do. And this is what happens. And you wouldn't believe some of the stories I'm gonna tell y'all in this book. And when I do this documentary, it's gonna blow y'all mind. Put it this way: where I'm from, The Color Purple is a comedy. Like Celia ain't have it that bad. Mister ain't do it that bad. Compared to what we know, what we see, and what's in our family, The Color Purple is a comedy. That's why in the county area, it ain't a great movie. It ain't a great movie. Please, it's a comedy. So what happened to Celia? So what? There's a million Celias. There's even some Celias in my family. Celia had it good, sister. And talking about all that stuff that happened between her. Come on, man, that movie ain't nothing compared to where I come from. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It's a comedy. Yeah, that's where I come from. I was born at MCD Hospital. The first place I lived was in a cow pasture, in the middle of a cow pasture in Ford, Virginia, off of Highway 460. And I could tell you stories about that little house and what's in that house and what was in the trailer across the street and who owned the land and whatever happened to my step granddaddy. I can tell you stories about my great grandma told me. Let me tell you this one thing. In the book, it's gonna tell you. Um, when I was 3 years old, every senior citizen in the community wanted to babysit me. They had children and grandchildren, but they wanted to talk to little Tanya, little Squirt, which I despise that name, disgusting. Cause ain't no love for no Squirt, ain't no affection, ain't no nickname ain't no affection for me. For all the old people, I mean, I can name all the old people who got kids and grandkids and great grandkids alive. How they set me down 3 years old and gave me the weight of the world, told me every sin they did, every secret sin of their family. Some of y'all don't know it. I know some of y'all family secrets and sins. I know your generational curses. I was 3, put that on my shoulders. Look who my best friends were, my grandma and her aunt. My aunt Aunt Annie. Those were my best friends. I used to skip school to hang and potty with them in kindergarten, first grade. I can't believe I legally passed. Yeah, I got S's because grandma already taught me how to read and write at 3 years old. So when I went to school, what is this snack time? What is this dumb stuff? It's amazing what me and M. Anderson did the first day of kindergarten. Yeah, yeah. I was a grown woman in kindergarten, a grown woman. Huh. It's amazing. It's amazing. But I'm just telling you, it's time to tell it all. And I could tell you stories about what happened to my husband. He had a childhood like that too. Crazy how his mama girlfriends seduced him. Come on in here and watch me pee, little Roland. And how they got him smoking cigarettes. Light my cigarette, little Roland. My husband was forced to smoke cigarettes and to watch grown men pee to eventually molested my husband. And how much my husband said his mama used to spit on him. That's amazing. When his grandmama Dia died, my husband said he gave up and lost hope. And he was getting hope back after 40 some years when he got with me. But every demon in his family is doing everything along with the strong arm of that camp off of Elmont Road. See, lady, you picked on the wrong one. There's a history, and you wouldn't believe how many people you have ruined their lives and messed up their faith. And I'm asking every victim of Dr. Who, get a little louder, to come forth. The things, the atrocities that's happened at that camp. Mm. It's amazing. I can tell you stories, but I ain't mean for this video to go on and on. But I got to tell it. I got to tell it. It's time to tell. It's time to tell. I'm sorry to tell you, y'all better stop pointing at R. Kelly when half the people in your community is worse than R. Kelly. Everybody got they got that little uncle that's nasty. He like to touch. He just crazy. Look in the South, how many people got to the North? She got pregnant. Was she going up there to go to nursing school? No, she ain't. She going to nurse a baby. I got relatives right now that's way up north. Ain't been down here in years. I've only seen them physically once or twice because they got a couple of babies by some family members that what were supposed to be help raising them when their parent died. It's amazing how somebody got their head decapitated and their own brothers to this day don't know that ain't your mama's baby. That's your god sister's baby by your own daddy. It's amazing how Maury Povich, I should say, not physically, showed up at certain person who would be dignified deacons funeral. This is the father. The mother said, really, I don't know, because I was throwing that thing and whatever. It's amazing. But she's supposed to be a classy lady today in old age. And they sit up in church with them big white hats on and white gloves up in the church on communion Sunday like they somebody. And these girls out here popping out babies like popcorn feel like, how can they tell me? But I want to sit there with some sombrero in a position of influence. Who you influencing? You lies and you secrets. You don't relate to these girls that know. These girls will know, have you ever been hurt? Have you been hurt by a man? Have you ever done something dumb? Can you be forgiven by God if you do make a mistake and fornicate? Can you? Can you? No, we wear these great big white sombreros, these white gloves, and we make the potato salad, and we not equal to the men, but we position influence in the church. You know what I'm talking about, Amelia County. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, Baptist Church. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Influencing who? Who you influencing? Deep down, dirty, dark secrets. It's time to tell it. And I'm going to encourage everybody to tell it. Tell it, tell it, tell it, tell it all. But tell your part too now, because I've been shade shiesty too. And God had to forgive me too now. And I can tell that too in the book.
I don't even know if I'm gonna even charge for the book. This bud's for you, boo.
Help Papa Rowe. Free Papa Rowe. Help Mama Tanya. Mama Tanya is in a financial crisis. Her account has been compromised. I can't get a plane ticket to try to go get my husband. Not once has my ministry gotten a donation for ministry besides Utopia and Sis Joey and Mama Roby. But they on a fixed income. When is the last time? And it's amazing how a church in Buckingham County want to help me, but Mr. Wilson is playing games. And so then how he used Denzel Washington's name and James Brown name and used the Finn family name to get business and to brag. Yeah, Denzel, somebody using your family name about what the services they provided for your mom and dad that's at the family in Buckingham, telling who your cousin, the superintendent is, your cousin on the news, telling all your business how you down here in the skies of Buckingham County. Yeah, they're using your name for fame. And they're using their granddaddy's name for fame, who he was supposed to marry or whoever, whatever, and come to find out he done had an affair with an underage girl in junior high. Yeah. Ask why, ask why. Yeah. Yeah. Secrets, dirty, dirty, dirty. And it's amazing how he burnt down the family business. My stepfather was there and watched it. He burnt it down for the insurance, never rebuilt it. But he a businessman, but he supposed to be a minister. Yeah, it's amazing what I can tell, who I can tell you who the witness, so you can go ask them. Who witnessed what? Say, I lead you to the source, that it ain't just hearsay. And I can tell you what I've been told. It's amazing how many people got kids that's popping up and saying they're his. But he don't want to bring his kids around his wife. The kids is 30 and 40 years old. How is that thorn in your wife's face? You got grandkids you don't want to meet because you say your daughter crazy. But you didn't raise her. You ain't got no forgiveness for her, but you don't want to throw it in your wife's face. When you admitted you didn't raise none of your kids, you didn't want to be home because you didn't want to raise none of your 3 kids. Yet you proud of them. like I said, like I said, yeah, it's more than the cocaine.